We're seeing troops amass at every border.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goose has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fight, which is why you need proper shield. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but the helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship... I need something light. But I've wrapped my brain...
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Think Mid might need some help.
You mean the Iron Kingdom? Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril? What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight. As you can imagine,
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them and see what, if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the knowledge of the past.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence moondew. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find it.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Thanks to see it.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Deserve a rest. Titan! holding back. Better already. ready. Peace at last.
No. Where's Jill?
Do you see anything you like? I'll be here if you need me.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have
Those Pepio nuts? Can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here. I hope it's to your liking. Good day. All anyone ever wants anymore is water grape. How am I supposed to...
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on. Take it. Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham, and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew.
Oh, I'm never drinking.
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Ty, and now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me. I've mixed more...
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of...
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you.
It appears our work here is a shame. I was enjoying playing. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process. Perhaps someone ought to...
Leave it to me. Thank you, Arbok. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. Did you learn everything you needed?
Thanks to Sid.
Did
seeing troops amassing at every border crossing. Well, no surprises there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Astrid, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put... No excuses now, though.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat.
Then I'm too late.
Oh, you in a hurry and all, are you? All right, off. But anyway, I was on my... Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your...
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after...
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind to play?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
crack the crystal too?
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asked? Hopefully it's nothing. What could be wrong with Torgor?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that, perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a... Still, he got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single edge blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah, no. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better...
That's about a sort.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our Master Black...
You're a soft touch, you, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about... I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his man... You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
You're looking well.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But...
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go... Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go, Nick. Fine. If it's Lord Ignac's the man you want, Dalmekian bloke, and he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of mine. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the warning. Lawsman. Only
he isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something.
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open, and I see no reason why a Frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelope...
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Crest...
Even so, it's in...
Good hunting, Clive.
Is that the thing Tomes helped you build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto, make me listen. A little. Listen. I've some bad news, and it's maybe... Sadly, that square turned out to be more... I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was... Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those lads...
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our... Besides, we'll need to learn to stand up.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to show... Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set us, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates...
I'm sure there will be.
Should be. You know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really?
No, I don't.
Wish I could take one of our birds.
I think Mid might need some help.
Well, here, Sid. Reckon you might be.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this lovely bit of kit, yes. But the problem is, it won't always get rid of all, which is why I've been looking for.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this.
Proper.
So what exactly do you need?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it. So, I did a bit of reading, and do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb.
I take it that's where I come in.
I saw a billet on the hut. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame.
All right.
Thank you kindly.
How are you feeling?
Better.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me!
Please, allow. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's...
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good. Would you mind stepping out?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves...
I don't suppose a certain blade was a single-edged sword.
Ah, you know...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves...
I did not, no. Though every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of...
Farewell.
Ready, go?
Time to fight. Straight home now.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Yeah.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effect. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged...
Oh, a true work of art. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed, as each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and there's a brutal sword.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. But it is the final stone which lends a mineral quite foreign, and that is the Wyvern. It occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to service. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among and a far more fitting.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with... I am one step ahead of the
And there are many other collectors.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may up. Radim! We mustn't do...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Keep them pilgers nice and chill.
Look at this place.
Let's go.
Yeah!
You deserve a rest. Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Too slow. Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
There's talk.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
I sent to the capital for a new bearer weeks ago.
Milady.
Gifts? Oh my.
Otto asked me to give it to settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for...
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, and for Otto's, for all of us.
Otto is lucky to have... I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them. Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be, but it seems we still owe you, and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
A star, Ruby? It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find...
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, I charged that much. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that. Most days it...
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Cid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea... Cid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto... And when Cid passed away, we were all worried that would be the...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I reckon what he saw in Cid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
She had a man of Grieger.
Please, teach me.
I needed that.
Awakened wind! And another!
Easy. Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy. You all right, boy?
I noticed you and... So, Molly, that'll teach me for treating you like... All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about getting...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. In return, you can thank...
Oh, it's just a moment. So hopefully...
You learned something.
I did better. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get us one hit, and it might not be so bad if all you ever fought. Good luck on the battlefield. You're second.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of stick, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. If that swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a no point trying to copy that. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, and what's finer than fallen mace? Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel with an egg. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will just...
No, I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And... Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when you've got them.
All right.
Back, are you? What's that for you, dear? Anything else?
Crack the crystal too? You're joking.
It's no joke. Rick's van is gone. There's nothing left. Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
All right, there's. How's that hunt?
I have it here.
Dad, you're right then. The Telemon Malembic.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down.
There's no need.
Don't be. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep.
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your back.
Well,
that's the spirit. Well,
it certainly feels
right.
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavour. And I'm telling you.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted...
Ah, but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't saying us.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Oh.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so... Come again. I may have more for you.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Ah, were you able?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that... Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I think. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one. I consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are...
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you want, but you prefer the debt was...
What debt? I may have tossed a talent or two, but those were donations. And he can hardly...
Of course not. Bard Wong, surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who...
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a bite, might be you even know her. The fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering... Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that...
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
What do you need? So, will it be? It'd last you a good while. And?
And what can I do for you? You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Well, don't just stand there, go. Ta-ra, then. And what can I do for you? You'll not find a better price than that.
Thank you, Clive.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
How may I help you today, Clive? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.